Hey guys, what's going on? It is the Schrothinator here, and I'm here again to talk about EA Sports UFC 2. Now, as you guys know, there was that article put out by Mike Bone on Twitter. I talked about it in the last EA Sports UFC 2 news video. Now, there was the release date of March 21st, and everyone's kind of saying like, oh, they've got to be releasing the roster soon and stuff. And I agree. I think they've got to release the roster somewhat soon. Now, how soon, you might ask? This is not confirmed, but this is what I simply believe. I believe that they will be putting out the roster in the middle of January. Now, if you look back at how they did it with the last game, I believe they started putting the roster out in January. But again, that was like 5 months before the release date that they started like putting out the roster. Now this time around, they just let Mike Bone release that release date information earlier this month, and I think they're gonna go ahead and start off the new year pretty strong. You know what I mean? Maybe right in the beginning of January or the middle of January. That's when I'm expecting them to start dropping some roster stuff. Maybe they'll put out the entire roster out at once. I don't think so, but they could. I don't know. I think it was cool how they did it in like bits and pieces, but this time there's so many characters. If they want to do that again, they're going to have to put out like 20 at a time, basically, is what they're going to have to do. At least, you know what I mean? Because there's going to be over 250 characters. I doubt they're going to release any DLC stuff until the game comes out. But, I don't know. Maybe they'll have like a season pass. If they have a season pass, they've got to release something beforehand. No matter what, I will be getting every single thing DLC-wise for that game. I will be getting everything there is to get in that game no matter what. I have to. I mean, I just have to. Now, also, I wanted to talk about something about like overall ratings and stuff. Expect the stats to be a little more detailed. Like, you know how they have like right hand power, left hand power. I think they're gonna have some of the same stuff, and I think they might actually be a little bit more specific. Like maybe they'll go back to like doing like leg submissions instead of just joint submissions overall, arm submissions. Choke submissions, maybe like submissions from the bottom, or you know what I mean? Like something a little more detailed. I don't know if they'll get that detailed, you know what I mean? But it would be really cool if they did. Now, someone asked me, I don't know if it was I think it was in my last EA Sports UFC 2 news video. I didn't actually check which video they commented. I just looked at my comments when I got off work, and I saw he asked, do you know if there are going to be, like, you can break someone's arm or whatever in a submission? That was a good question because of course, I don't know. No information on that has been released. But this is how I think it'll go. If they don't have an animation for, like, an arm break, like if you have them in an arm bar and you can see, like, their arm break, if they do have that, then cool. Then, yes, obviously you can break arms and shit. But if they don't have that type of animation, then I will still, maybe not expect, but I'll be looking for it, seeing if it's in there in career mode, to the point where it's like, you don't see the arm break, but their arms could still, like, breaking part of career mode. Like, it could be part of the career mode style. Like, oh, you broke their arm with that arm bar or whatever. But it just didn't put an animation during the match. You know what I mean? So maybe it's like that. And also, I kind of picked these two fighters specifically because obviously somehow Junior Dos Santos got knocked out by Alistair Overeem. So expect Overeem's overall to be pretty high. Like right now in this game it's 88. Expect it to be at the very least 92 in the next game. Knowing Overeem, his next fight's probably going to be like, honestly, after the game's released. So I'm expecting like a 92 overall rating for him, maybe a 91 from JDS. Stipe, I think he's going to get a overall boost. I know he's already at 90, which is pretty good. But I think he's going to be brought up to like a 92 maybe. I think it'll all depend on his fight with Arlovsky January 2nd live on pay-per-view UFC 195, hashtag not sponsored. um, anyway, I think 2016 is going to be a great year of fights. I think it's going to be an awesome year for EA with this game. I think it's going to be an amazing game, and I'm going to give my honest opinions about it. And my goal is to be a game changer for EA Sports UFC 3. That's what I want to do. I want to play this game a whole bunch. Not just to be a game changer, but honestly because UFC games and WWE games, those are my two favorite types of video games. And I cannot wait to get my hands on this next one. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, comment. Let me know what you thought about the video. Any other questions you have for me? I may have more information. I just can't remember it at the moment. Or maybe like I can look more into it. I can ask Mike Bone on Twitter. I know he replies to some people. Oh, yeah, by the way, before I go, also, there was a question I asked him myself on Twitter. I asked him, do you know how many fights you can have in event mode on one card? And that was like, that's a big detail for me, because I know in UFC 3 you can only have 8 fights on a card, which there's no cards in the world right now that would only have 8. Like there's some, every once in a while they'll have like only 9 fights on a card, but that's usually just a fight pass card. Other cards you can have like 12 or 13 even maybe sometimes. And he replied he believes, he did not give me like a confirmed thing. He said, I think you can put 11 on a card. And I'm like, I was just hoping for 10 or more. So 11 is completely fine with me, personally. Now, thank you all so much for watching. This is the end of the video for sure now. Like, comment, any questions you have for me, let me know. Again, I might just not be remembering some stuff, or I could possibly look into it myself for you guys. And, of course, subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.